Testing, check, check, check. Ready. And are we rolling?
Wait, hold on. All right, that's better.
I like that you differentiated when you're talking about, you know, kind of, or a relationship song, it's talking about a relationship going sideways, that you differentiated that you're not talking about your wife. Because we have a lot of love gone wrong songs. We don't have a whole lot of songs about different kinds of relationships. Right. Also love that you do such a good job of celebrating your wife publicly, because we have a lot of people who don't do that, who, you know, hide their relationships in a closet. The first time I interviewed you, I believe Brittney was in the room. And that was a really long, and you weren't married yet.
Right.
So that was a really long time
ago. Time ago. I mean, that's why I got married. I mean, I just knew she was the one, and I have such a great example of love and marriage in my life from my parents. Last year they just celebrated 50 years being married. And that's what I look up to, and that's what I've always wanted. People are like, why are y'all getting married so early, and y'all are getting so much success? Don't, you know, you're people in your ears. And it's like, well, I'm gonna live my life. I'm not gonna live anybody else's life. Just like a normal old dude that meets the girl of his dreams and wants to marry her. That was me, you know, and I decided that's how I'm gonna live my life, and I want her included in any and everything that she wants to be, and sometimes force her to be in a music video. But back in the day, it used to be this thing of mystery and whatever, but for me, I think it's important to include her, and I want the world to know her, and she's everything to me. She's my rock, and she's, you know, the greatest decision I ever made was marrying her.
Let's do a Tribe Kelley catch-up. Like,
yeah.
What's going on with Tribe Kelley right now?
The new collection launches, the Down Yonder collection launches, I think in like 2 days. Like,
oh, wow.
2 or 3 days. I think she said 2 before I left. I was like, no kidding. We definitely, during COVID, kind of simplified our collections and really honed in on, you know, what was, you know, selling the most and what people were really buying and really wanting more of. And so, and we kind of forced to during COVID just because it was right. A madhouse. But, you know, she leads the way in that business and that company. It's a mom and pops type brand. You know, we don't have any investors. She's looking at every order that comes in and knows customers and fans by name, and I'm really proud of her to watch her grow this and to be a part of it. But she really has led the way, and it's really impressive what she can dream up design-wise, and the heart of her and the motivation to go out of her way and make it really hard, honestly, to make USA-made clothing. That's not easy. It's not cheap, it's not easy, but to create something that's will last longer, to create something where people are paid fair wages, to create a brand where, you know, these factories, the factory that our stuff is made at is clean, and it's just, you know, it's a little more intentional than some other brands. It's not fast fashion, it's not thrown together. It's just like my music. It's intentional and it's thought out and it's real. Brittney and I love architecture, we love real estate, we love anything with a story, and so we found this old house down in Santa Rosa Beach, right across the beach, and we renovated it and had this concept of Papa Surf Burger Bar. I'd had the name Papa Surf in my head to use for something one day, and then it was just kind of a timing thing. It was like this cool little property came up for sale, we snagged it, and then we called Jason Aldean and his wife, and Tom Glavine, who's a MLB pitcher, and his wife Chris, who live really close to there, and just said, y'all want to hop in on this? We were just telling them what we were doing, and they're like, we'd love to be a part of that. We wanted to take an old little house cafe that was famous back in the day and bring in some new with the old, you know, and so the whole backyard tree system was preserved when, you know, it would have been easier to maybe just, you know, tear down the house and somebody could build condos there and you make some money, but it's like, no, we like intentionality, we like doing things different, and it has a story. Like, let's not knock that down, let's preserve it. To just have a cool burger spot where locals and tourists can go and make memories. You know, I remember going to Panama City every summer from Daytona Beach and going to a bunch of little restaurants and making memories, you know, spending all day at the beach, being sunburnt, and going out to dinner.
So tell me where you're going to be this summer.
Yeah, I got some pretty cool festivals lined up. I was going over my calendar this morning and just getting excited about it. You know, Watershed is a huge festival overlooking the gorge. That setting is like maybe one of the best venues in America, and really looking forward to doing that solo and just seeing what it's all about, you know, and just getting these songs out to the world and living these songs out in person is the highest of highs that I could have. Seeing people's reaction and vibes in real time is very life-giving. And then I got Summerfest in Milwaukee. That's going to be awesome. That's actually on the 4th of July. So I can't wait to, it's going to be hotter than hot.
You're going to melt.
It's going to be ridiculous. I'm already going to start training for that.
You're sweating now thinking about that.
I know. So festival season is right around the corner, and just being able to add these songs into the set that are going to be out and able to stream, and people can be like, okay, cool, I can hear it. Because I've been playing King Ranch out for a year probably now. And so there's definitely some YouTube videos and stuff, but to point people back to this record is really exciting to just have it out. And at the same time, I'm looking forward to writing and recording some more, you know, as soon as I can. You know, I like staying busy. I love projects, and ready to get back to work.